Hello and happy Friday. Today I just want to share with you something I've been working on because for the last couple of years I've been focusing on upcycling and trying to do some fun projects, but since I'm getting ready to leave the country for a couple of months, I've decided to devote more time to a new ebook that I'm working on, and it's a guide to living your greenest life possible, and I call it the 10 R's of Green Living. So let me show you the draft. It's not quite finished yet, but it is coming along nicely. So the 10 R's of green living. I wanted to come up with 10 different steps to live our greenest life possible. And we all know about recycle, reduce, reuse, but I wanted to develop a little more comprehensive type guide to living a more environmentally friendly life. And I believe the first R, the first step to living your greenest life is research. It's important to know the latest updates, what's going on with climate change, the greenest products. And also when we do research, I conduct a trash audit to see just where my trash is going, how much trash I'm producing, and how I can cut back. The second R is remove. This is a call not to necessarily extreme minimalism, but just to live with what you need and to live within your means. So much of the eco-friendly movement is more than just doing good things for the planet. It's often healthier, it's often more economical. And when we cut back on shopping and consumption, this benefits everybody, except of course for people trying to make money off of us. So when you remove and you declutter your living space and you get more organized, it makes it easier to set up a more eco-friendly lifestyle. I also try to purge my home of environmentally harmful products because we all have some in our houses, and there's a right way to get rid of them, which I'm going to go in depth about as I develop this ebook. The third R is to reduce. What can we reduce in our lives and what can we cut back on? So reducing shopping, reducing the amount of meat and dairy we consume, because both of those industries are pretty harmful for the environment, and also cutting back on energy consumption and our water usage, and just looking for other ways to lower our carbon footprints. So the third R, reduce, is a lot of lifestyle changes. Whereas the fourth R, which is to replace, this is more like shopping changes and different habits. So switching over from single-use products and plastic products to those that are reusable, and swapping out maybe some unhealthy, environmentally harmful items for those that are better for the environment. So this is the opportunity to wean ourselves off of disposables and to pursue a more zero waste type of lifestyle. The next R is repair. So I try to emphasize in the ebook the importance of repairing items instead of going out and buying new ones. So mending and repairing our clothes, mending other products instead of just going and buying new stuff. Because in this consumption-driven world, it's so much easier just to go buy something new instead of trying to fix the items that we have and make them last as long as possible. And this is also easier on people's wallets. So taking care of the items that you currently own to prevent yourself from having to go out and buy new ones. The next R, this actually shows up later. People think recycling is the end-all be-all of living a green life, and that's not necessarily true. And there's also a lot of misconceptions about our recycling system. Not everything gets recycled like we want to believe that it does. And I'm currently pursuing an upcycling business and trying to problem solve some of the items that don't get recycled, trying to find solutions to our plastic waste problem, for instance. So that's something else that I'm working on. But understanding the recycling system in your hometown, knowing what they will and will not take, and also trying not to consume products that can't be recycled. I know it's really difficult since so much of what we buy comes in plastic packaging, but I'm trying to, like I said, problem solve what we can do about that and come up with some clever ways to reuse that, which is why the next R after recycle is to reuse. So this is easy to do, like with glass jars and different items. Things that can't be recycled that you don't want to throw away, there's usually a clever way to reuse them. So this is when we can really tap into our creativity, and where I really want to pursue the concept of upcycling and turning items of no value into something of value. So that's going to be a fun journey. I also wanted to talk about renovations and things that we do around the house, and not just big remodeling projects. Like I'm in the process of remodeling my entire house, and it's so hard to be eco-friendly when there's just so much waste in the remodeling process. But I've learned a lot, and I think I have some advice that I can share. But this is more than just big remodeling projects. It's also small things like the thermostat that you use, and the shower head that you use, and the light bulbs that are used throughout your house. So there are a lot of small changes that can be made to your home to make it more eco-friendly. As we move on through the 10 R's, they get a little bit more, not complicated, but they get bigger. So as we get to these last two, restore, I'm thinking big. I'm thinking about entire communities, green spaces, what we can do to preserve natural resources, to protect forests, to protect lakes and rivers, what we can do as a community to come together to make sure that we restore the environment to keep it lasting and healthy for future generations. And that brings us to our last R, which is revolutionize. And for this last one, it's a call to action to get involved in your local community, to be aware of green initiatives that might be on the ballot, volunteer in your neighborhood, offer maybe cleanup days, volunteer at different organizations that focus on environmentalism, and also to think bigger, to get involved on a local level, a state level, and a federal level. So I'm in the process of developing these last two. Mostly, I've just about finished all of the other R's, but this is going to be a fun journey. And my first step is knowing that I can walk the walk, because I've just now started this journey, and I want to make sure that this is useful and practical and that anyone can follow this guide. So wish me luck. I'm going to spend the next couple of weeks working on this project, and hopefully I'll be able to roll it out this year. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching.